Huzzah! What's going on, everyone? It's StormtheBard here, and I am back with the top 5 reasons. I know it's been a while. I want to try to bring these up more often and stuff. I do apologize because it has been quite a while. But we have a lot of things going on, and we'll get into a vlog later on to talk about that. And we'll start adding in some more top 5. So I want to start right off the bat. This is a game I absolutely loved when I was younger, and its name is Titan Quest. It's been out for 12 years, originally on the PC. In November, they brought themselves out a new expansion, which is kind of out of the blue. They added, like, the Norse to Titan Quest. Titan Quest is basically like Diablo 2 meets Age of Mythology. It was the clone that we always wanted when it came to Diablo. And I'm going to explain why, because here's my top 5 reasons of why I think you should get this game now that's coming to the PS4, the Xbox One, and the Switch as of tomorrow. Number 1, let's start right off the bat with the loot. Now, if you're a Diablo fan, if you're a action RPG fan that is into games like this, Diablo 3, you know, what else can we say? Any loot type game, right? You love your loot games, you love that style. This is it. Titan Quest is just all about that loot. Fantastic amounts, and because it's set in this Age of Mythology meets Diablo, a lot of cool looking stuff. Like you have, you know, you can look like a Spartan, you can look like a Greek, you know, hoplite, you can look like, it's just so many good things. And I'm hoping they're going to bring the Norse also into this as well too, because they did do that in November, and hopefully they'll bring that to the console too. I think this is all a test to see if we're going to get a Titan Quest 2, so let's hope for that. Alright, number 2, the setting. I mean, Diablo's fantastic, right? You're fighting demons, you're in the medieval times, everything like that. But what about the idea of this, right? And this is what they thought. Let's take the idea of Diablo 2. Let's take the top down. Let's take the action RPG. Let's take the loot system, all that good stuff, and let's put it in an Age of Mythology style thing. We're talking Greece, you know, we're talking the Orient, we're talking Egyptian. These are the places you can go, and like I said, hopefully the Norse comes involved into this later on. The Greece is where, you know, Greece is pretty much where you start out throughout the most of the beginning of the game and stuff, but then later on you do get to check out some of the other mythologies, and it is absolutely fantastic, and it all derives around some fantastic voice acting, some fantastic writing, talking about the gods, talking about all kinds of interesting things, and the storyline is pretty incredible. Like I said, this was a game back like from 12 years ago I used to play religiously. I love this game. Now, what's another reason why? Well, top 3 is the classes. The classes are absolutely amazing. In Diablo 2, you have set classes, right? You know, you have the barbarian, you have the paladin, you have you know, the wizard, the mage, and then, you know, Diablo 3, the monk, and everything like that. And you can customize them, you can get the skills and everything like that. But here's a game where they took like almost like 8 different styles of, you know, things from casting spells like earth spells to doing like nature stuff to having the ability to cast storms and things, to being just a straight out warrior with defense and stuff. And then what you do is you start putting points in, you start picking the skills you want, right? And then when you hit level 8, you're able to add another class onto that. Now you're building up like this multi-class, just you design the character the way you want to do it, right? Male or female, you designed it up how you want to do it, and it's awesome. You have so many different options, and that's what's incredible about this game, is that it really allows you to kind of build the character you want, and then when you look at something you're like, oh, you know, this would be amazing to check out later on, you can do that for the next like playthrough or whatnot, or you can do that for the other style. And that's what I want to get into next. Is number 4 is multiplayer and the replay value. So a lot of us in games like this, we want a good replay value, right? Well, I love this because it locks out the 2 next difficulties, which is like, I think like legendary, and then or legendary might be the last one. I gotta remember the exact name. I think it's like, it's normal, I think it's hard, and then it's legendary or something. And it's like, it's pretty much a new game plus. When you get to the end of the game, you beat the main guy, you know, you beat the main guy, the main situation, whatever the case may be. Take all your gear, take your level, you pop over to the next game, and like things ramp it up, but you get better gear, you get better stuff going on, you get more points to put in, build your character up even more. There's all kinds of cool things going on here. And then on top of it, you can play with a friend in multiplayer. You can play, you know, with a co-op buddy. And you can do this online, you know, and it's fun in that regard. So, you know, so if you like playing games with your friends and stuff like that, definitely can do Titan Quest together. Let's finish it off at number 5, my personal favorite, what I love about all these types of games, and especially if they're done right, is the monsters, right? The monsters have to have. They got to look good. They got to be cool. In this game, it definitely doesn't hold back. There are plenty of great monsters. There's bosses. And then there's like kind of the legendary beasts that you read about in mythology, like the Cyclops and the Hydra and everything like that. And they're specially named, and what's cool about this is when you take on these beasts, like they end up showing up in your window and stuff, in your kind of like where your stats are. And it tells you like the last mythical beast that you killed and stuff, and you can keep pumping that up to see like what's the best thing you've ever fought and what you've taken on. So it's very cool in that regard. So we got things from skeletons to rat men to demon dogs to centaurs to satyrs to just all kinds of great, awesome ideas of mythological beasts and monsters and such. So definitely worth it for the top 5. Alright guys and gals, that is Titan Quest. It is a fantastic game. Like I said, it's 12 years old, and it kind of just came out of the blue. It was like in November they dropped the Norse expansion that they put on PC. Now they've turned around and they said, a couple months later, they turned around and said, you know what, we're going to put this on console. Why not? And I think this is ultimately a test to see if everybody enjoys it. They're going to probably bring around Titan Quest 2, because that's what we've all wanted for 12 years, right? We want another one to come out, especially now with the new technology and the new styles and everything like that. A game that I have loved for a very long time, since I had it on PC when I was a big fan of Diablo 2 and stuff like that. And I highly recommend it. Again, it's coming for the Xbox One, the PS4, and the Switch as of tomorrow. You can pick it up yourself. It's actually not that much. I think it was $30-$40, something like yeah, I want to say it was like $29.99, which is a great price for the value of it and such. And check it out. Fantastic. I want to thank Terminals, and I want to thank THQ for giving me the opportunity to get this early, to be able to play it again, be able to get into it. It's just been awesome. And beyond that, I'll talk to you guys later. Like I said, we'll bring a vlog out pretty soon and talk about what's been going on. You can come find out. If you want to talk about Titan Quest, you want to talk about anything going on there, you can come find me on the Mixer over at StormtheBard anytime on the weeknights at 8 p.m. Eastern, and during the weekends, usually after about 4 o'clock Eastern. And beyond that, or just leave a comment here in the video and let me know if you've played Titan Quest in the past or you plan on playing it now on console. So I'll talk to you guys later. You have a great one, and as always, huzzah!